Hello, everybody. Ooh, let's see. Do we need this light? It doesn't do much today. It's very, very bright out. The sun is out in force. We can go without any studio lights. Oh, we don't need the sieve tip jar anymore. That. Need that. we don't need that. What normally goes up there? There we go. It's fixed. Okay. SOLFORGE tournament. Big tournament coming up. Starts in about 3 hours. $1,500 prize pool. Well, 300 SOLFORGE. SFG. SOLFORGE coin. Whatever they're called. Which I think total the prize pool is around $1,500. These things are worth like $2 to $3 each right now. But the problem being, I don't know. The hardest part of this freaking game is picking which decks to fuse. This is nothing like a normal card game. Normal card game, you can kind of net deck, you can practice, you can tweak your deck, you could try to come up with your own deck. But this game is just like, look at what you personally have.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon,
I pick the best stuff.
Good evening, and good night.
Hey, Skuro. And I find it like super, super challenging. But that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. This is also my second official sponsored stream with HelloFresh. We'll do a little bit more HelloFresh stuff throughout the stream. I've got my talking points here. You can click on my link or use my code and get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 breakfast item per box while subscription is active if you're in the US. The link and code are valid in all countries and the respective local discounts will apply. HelloFresh is spread out quite a bit. There's a ton of available countries. But yeah, I got a lot of decks. I got 84 decks. I thought it was 90 some. The website I thought said I had 90 some. This is showing 84. Just still a lot. The deck I'm currently a fan of. Where is it here? Spirit Bomb. So this is the tournament the deck I'm leaning towards for the tournament, but I don't know. There's a bunch of tools that can evaluate your collection that I want to try to use and see if we can find a hidden gem in my collection somewhere. You guess my delivery never turned up? Correct. It did. So it got delivered at 9 a.m. and me and Paige were both asleep. We didn't hear it. I only thought to check at 9 p.m. It wasn't there. So, you know, don't leave your HelloFresh box out for 12 hours. If you live in a sketchy neighborhood like I do. Lots of homeless people walk by my door. So yeah, it disappeared. They refunded me really easy. Like really good customer service. If that does happen to you, like rest assured you'll get taken care of too. Super easy to get it refunded. But that means I don't have the box to show off to you guys, which kind of sucks. But it is like a good point of the customer service how well they took care of that. Like just immediately, no questions asked, refunded it. Not so fresh after 12 hours anyways. I live in Canada. It was refrigerated. My doorstep is refrigerated. Freezing, actually. Okay, so yeah, this is the deck I'm the biggest fan of right now because of this guy, Caller of Souls. If you have 3 or more spirits in your banish pile, destroy this to destroy all enemy creatures. This wipes the board. It's a pretty unique effect. It's kind of nuts. It wins games that you have no business winning. And then I paired it with a green deck that has a bunch of really good spirits. Mostly this guy, Uteran Forebearer. He's pretty small, really small, but when he comes out, he gives one of your creatures a buff, and then when he dies, he gives one of your creatures a buff, and the deck also has a bunch of stuff ways to like sack him too. That's a really good spirit, but it also has like, this guy's a spirit, this guy's a spirit. There's 3 spirits there. 4, 5, 6 spirits. So plenty of spirits to get the 3 in the bin I need by the end of it. But I'm hoping we can find a better deck though. We're gonna see what options I have. Change the UI so you can see the cards better? Absolutely. Let's do order mode too. This guy's a nice spirit payoff too. He's got deploy, gain 3 life if you have a spirit in your banish pile. 5 if you have 2 at the 2nd level, but then it turns into an activate at the 3rd level. To gain 5 if you have 3 or more spirits. So it's like not amazing on its own. You wouldn't do this. You wouldn't pick this to play, but it gave me a buttload of life in a couple of my practice games. This guy's kind of cool. It's a dinosaur synergy. There's no other dinos in the deck. But it's 2 bodies. So we get a 2/4, and he comes with his buddy, which is a 1/3, but then he buffs it up. He gives all dinosaurs 2 attacks. So it's a 2/4 that comes with a 3/3. And then a 3/5 that comes with a 3/5. So it's decent because I have a bunch of ways to sack dudes too. Most notably, this witch, Blight Witch. Activate, destroy another rated creatures to play a spell for free. A level 1 spell, any spell, and then her end form is ridiculous. Destroy another one of your creatures to make spells free to play from your hand. This action step. So you dump all of the spells into your hand, and we're super spell heavy. The green side of this deck is very spell heavy. Botanimate is amazing. Just change an enemy creature into a 2/2. Dendrify is pretty good. Change any creature into an 8/8. And at the end, it can do, it does 2. So early on, you hit your own stuff and upgrade them. Like the little 1/1 guy I can upgrade. Or something that's almost dead, you can just upgrade to an 8/8. But then later on, you can just smoke their like 15/15 into an 8/8. Because Botanimate is better at that. This card's not bad. A buff spell that does an upgrade is fine. It's free if you get a gold too. Predatory attack. I think it's cuter than it's good. When your creature's battles an enemy creature, if the creature survives, give it +5 health. So you're forcing an early combat. Like, it's kind of a mediocre removal, but it's another removal. We have so much removal. If you're casting it for free, it's fine. The 2nd level, it battles 2 enemy creatures back to back, gaining 7 health in between. Level 3, it gains 7 health, battles 1, gains 7 health, battles 1. So it's a good payoff for the free spells. Then we have Dreadbolt, just straight up removal. Also a good payoff for free spells. But I do like this deck a fair bit. We have Infernal Ritual, which is another sack a creature payoff. Destroy one of your creatures to play 2 mindless zombie minions and give them aggressive. Then we get 2 brutes and give them attack and aggressive, and then 3 freaking brutes with +4 attacks. So you get 3 aggressive 10 attackers at that tier. And this is actually pretty good. Reanimates a spirit. So reanimating the spirit that hands out all the buffs is actually pretty sweet too. And there's 2 exalts. One of them's a spirit payoff. When you play it, you give 4 armor to something, but then just every turn you can activate it to give 2 armor to whatever's in its lane. As long as you have a spirit in your banish pile. So I do like this deck, but I have 80 some decks. I think we might be able to do better. Are you looking at the right game? On Steam charts, this game has no players. Or do you play it without Steam? So you do play without Steam. This is a physical card game with a Steam client. I think I do need my light. The sun just went behind a cloud. So this is a physical card game. I have the actual cards. You scan your decks and then you can play on the digital client. But it is a niche game. It's like a cult following game. It's also a crypto game. So, you know, some people like that, some people don't. So I got the physical cards. You scan a little code on your physical deck and you get the digital copy of it. You do get to double dip too. But whether they're small or not, there's a $1,500 tournament happening today. You played the original SOLFORGE? Yeah, I love the heck out of the original SOLFORGE. The crypto thing drove some people away. Yeah, it is optional, but I mean, like the tournament. Where's the website here at the tournament info? So the prize is if you have a minted deck. So if you NFT-arize your deck, which costs like $4, $5, $6, something like that, then you get SOLFORGE coin as the prize. And the SOLFORGE coin, like 300 SOLFORGE coin for first, they're worth like $2 or $3 each. So it's like $600 if you win the tournament today. And yeah, there's 35 people signed up, but max 64 with no entry fee. So the Steam charts didn't lie. Like there aren't that many people playing. Like in theory, everyone who plays this game should take a shot at this. Even if you think you have a bad deck, it's literally no entry fee. And, well, there is an entry fee because you have to mint your deck. So you do have to pay like that $5 to $10 to mint both of your decks. And then you'll qualify for the cash prize. Cash prize. Fairly easy to sell crypto. Non-trivial, but it's worth figuring out if you win $600 worth of it. If you don't have minted decks, you actually get the in-game currency. So you get 6,000 embers, which I think are worth significantly less. Buy embers. So for $100, you get 2,000 embers. So it actually is like $300. But then the embers you're just going to spend on, like they're the in-game currency. So you can win more decks that way. Personally, I like cash. Cash can be exchanged for goods and services. How does the deck work? Yeah, so collection-wise, it's very unique. The deck, like the actual decks I have here, like in real life, you buy a pack of 4. You get one of each faction. Utera and the robot guys. So this deck has to stay together. So I don't own these 30 cards. I owned this deck. You cannot mix and match the deck, but you take 2 of your decks and you fuse them together. So there's a little bit of deck building, but you have to use this like algorithmically generated deck. Everyone's deck is unique. And you take 2 and you fuse them together, and that's the deck you play. So I have 30 cards here, you take another 30 card deck, bam, there's your deck. But that means like, it really just breaks my brain as a card game player. Like I've played in Magic Pro Tours and stuff. Like I've done a lot of card games. And this is kind of not a card game. Like from deck building side. It's just so weird and unique. In particular, like I've played in some of these tournaments before and just gotten destroyed by the people with huge collections. And like if that happens in Magic or Hearthstone or whatever, you can't get wrecked by somebody owning more cards than you. Like everyone caps out. You can only have so many Magic cards. So like you could have a $200 deck in Magic, but if we're all willing to invest $200 in a deck, we all have the same power level. And maybe you get an edge by being better and swapping a couple cards out. But in this game, if you just get the Unicorn Amazing deck, like I can't be like, oh, I really liked that zombie thing you did, I'll do it too. Like you can't. You have to work with what you got. So it's much more like a sealed deck, but you could just spend infinite money to buy more and more decks. Like I have close to 100 now. But there are people I'm sure who have thousands. And even still, there might be somebody with 10 decks and they just have a deck better than my decks. But the problem I'm facing today, which I'm hoping to get help with, if we've got some other SOLFORGE players out there, is, am I sitting on something I don't even know I have? Cards are not unique, your deck is. And then they also have a mechanic too, though, where the cards actually are super varied as well. But let me go back into that, the deck here. My Spirit Bot deck I might be playing. Okay, so I think Everflow Eidolon is the same. Everybody who has an Everflow Eidolon will have this card. This one's the same too, so this is just one card, but there's a whole nother class of card. Okay, this Drake. So I have a combat Drake. I also have a malicious Alluvian. So that front word is a modifier on the base card. So the Drake will always have this art, and I believe the Drake will always have mobility 1, 2, and 3 as you level it up. But the word combat is indicating how its stats are spread out. So I've got a combat Drake, who's a 4-5, a 7-8, and a 10-13. You might have a hibernating Drake. And the hibernating Drake might be like a 3-3, a 7-8, and then like a 18-18. So hibernating like, might mean it's really weak on level 1, but it's really strong on level 3. Combat might mean even spread. It doesn't really look that interesting to me. Malicious is when this is destroyed, give up to one of your creatures +2 attack. So if I had a malicious Drake, it would have that text line instead of the +2 stats or whatever combat has given it. I don't know the game well enough to know how they all get modified. So that's how they end up getting like infinite decks. Like they literally do not sell repeat decks. Is everyone's Caller of Souls is the same, but they have a lot of different combat Drakes they can throw in there, or Drakes they can throw in there. So it's like, say there's like 13 different modifiers, so now you get 13 different combat Drakes. So you might have a Caller of Souls in your deck, you might have a combat Drake in your deck, but you're not going to have a malicious Alluvian. Your Alluvian, maybe you have a hibernating Alluvian. It just gives them like a really, really big permutation set where they can sell millions of decks and have none of them be the same. You play Keyforge for a bit? Yeah, it's similar to that. Keyforge, I think it was just the deck was a unit. But the innovation here is you got two that you fuse. So you do have some agency in deck building, like where we have the Caller of Souls. I need to find another kind of like spirit thing to work well with it, which I think I kind of have. I might end up just running this deck. They also give stuff away. It's free to play Zation too. You can just download it on Steam and you get free decks to start, and every month you get a bunch of phantom decks which last for like a week, I think, and then you can, if you get a phantom deck you like, I think you can pay like $1 or $2 and convert it to an actual permanent deck. And then yeah, the digital part is pretty nice. So you can scan a QR code to get the digital version of the deck, and you can also make it an NFT and then trade it on the crypto exchanges. I haven't bought any NFT decks or sold any. Okay, so people, like, this is not a problem unique to me of being like, how do I browse my freaking 84 decks and assess if they're good or not? Because, like, let's just pick a random one here. I've actually favorited a few, so let's pick one that is not favorited. Actually, here, I opened these phantom ones. They're actually good for 3 weeks. Maybe they're good for the whole month. That might just be expiring at the end of the month. So yeah, like, trying to evaluate if this guy's good or not. How do we do that? Darkforge Terrain, I think, is insane. So So your Forge board, you get to use, each deck cycle, you get to use one of these. So not the first one, but second deck cycle, you get to use this. And then this and this. Dark Forge Straight is nuts. Give one of your creatures +2/+2 for each spell in your banished pile. If you can get a spell heavy deck. Yeah, there's a lot of familiar characters from the old SOLFORGE too. I haven't done any of the crypto part yet. I've made I've like I haven't bought and sold a deck. I have like gotten coins moved around. And I played in another tournament like this before where you had to have minted decks to win the SOLFORGE coin prize, so I have minted a couple of my decks too. But I didn't do very well with them. So I will probably be minting new decks for the tournament today. So the Dark Forge Straight is actually really strong. This might be a good deck. Bear is always really big on his third level. When an enemy player plays a spell, give this 2 attack. So that's the Magnivorous tag. Mystic Tangle Sprout. Activate to buff another one of your creatures. That's not bad. Ooh, this guy's good. The Rolling Polymorpher. Choose up to one enemy minion. They replace it with a wisp. So minions are not creatures. Minions are tokens. If you've played other games like Magic. And then he gets to replace a level 1 creature with a wisp. And then he gets to just replace anything with a wisp. So pretty strong at the last tier. He's also buffing one of my other guys when I play him too. I guess it's the Roaring tag. Just buff somebody. The Bortok's not bad. He buffs the next creature you play. You could install it. You could even play the tournament in a few hours. It's free and there's space. Soothing Raptor seems fine. This guy doesn't seem that great. He's not bad. When one of your warriors has dealt damage, give it 2 attack. Were there any other warriors? This guy's a warrior and actually could use the attack buff, at least at that tier. Not shifting, he's lopsided in different ways as you level him. Not very good warrior synergy. Play up to 1 wisp and then give all your minions +1/+1. Summoning Council, play 2 wisps, play an Oak Father and a wisp. The Oak Father's 8/8, the wisp is 2/2. That's not the worst. It's a little bit of token synergy, but overall I don't think this is a good deck. It's kind of easy to dismiss. But yeah, it's tough to, like, we just spent what, like 5-10 minutes going over a deck and they're like, meh. I have to do that 84 times? This is rough. So there are some tools that I've discovered here along the way. Okay, so here I'm logged in on this site. So this website scans your collection and tells you your best 3 of each faction. If you give them a tip, you can get the whole report. So the Breakers of the Drunk Universe it kind of likes. These are my decks. So it likes the Limited Solitude collection. But like, that's just somebody has programmed in a little, like, if you have this card, +2. If you have this card, +4. If you have this card, it's a spirit synergy. So if you have, for every other spirit, add half a point or whatever. But I guess it's at least a good starting point. So the Limited Solitude Collection. It's a Uteran deck. The Limited Solitude Collection. Oh yeah, no, I did look at this one already. So it likes this because it's got the Dark Forge Drain and the Armored Mantis, I think. The Dark Forge Drain is a giant buff if you have a bunch of spells used. So your banish pile is essentially spells you have played. So give a creature +2/+2 for each spell you have played is huge. But then the Armored Mantis activates your Forgeborn ability. So he is also giving out that giant buff. But the problem with this deck is it's got 2 spells. So I would have to pair it with a really spell-dense deck. They're reasonable spells. That's a decent buff and a heal. And if you've healed, this is free. But that's actually a pretty damn good spell to have with it. Like a free spell is great. Do I have other healing? What are your creatures come to play? Heal. Deploy, heal. Roaring Ranger seems pretty good. If I have no empty lane, it gets bigger. But it also buffs one of my other creatures. Having no empty lane is tough. It's a big ask. You're already... That's very Widmore. Mystic Tangle Sprout is a fine card. It's not a great card. One weird thing about evaluating this too is like... The way SOLFORGE works is every turn you draw 5 cards and play 2. Draw 5 cards, play 2. Discard the other 3. So like when you're evaluating your decks, you do kind of get to discount your worst 2 or 3 cards from the half deck, because like you could literally just never play some cards. Options are good, but if you do have one card that's just trash, that doesn't make the deck trash. This turn, enemy creatures lose all printed abilities is pretty damn good too. That can absolutely hose some people. And he's perfectly fine the size he is. Glowhive Siren. It is a health gain trigger and a payoff both. Whenever you gain health, give this attack equal to the gain. This deck, baby, is the one we should be trying to find a pair for. So you can pick faction decks that give you a couple strong cards and ignore the rest, or pick a deck that has more usable cards but they aren't as powerful. Yeah, I don't know the right strategy there. Like the deck I was showing off at the start of the stream is that insanely good guy who just one-sided Wrath of God. But like, are you gonna do better by like optimizing for like that one big play, or by having a more well-rounded deck? Because you don't always draw all your cards either. Maybe a token spell deck would go well with this. Yeah, and it's got full board synergy with the Roaring Ranger. That might not be worth chasing, because it's just +2/+2, +4/+4, +5/+5. So that one might not be worth chasing. We do need spells for sure to make the Armored Mantis and the Dark Forge Drain go well. And life gain. Like, there's 2 really good life gain payoffs here. The Glowhive Siren is a very good life gain payoff. Like, she's a 0/8, 0/10, 0/12. That's good health. That's way above average health, good health, and medium health. And so, just by gaining life, you're going to change this into, like, great health and great attack. And I guess she starts at 4, 5, 6 attack anyway. Glowhive Siren seems pretty sick. This guy seems pretty sick. This guy's fine. She seems fine. That's a life gain trigger, and that's a life gain trigger. And they're both reasonably big. I guess this guy's lopsided, but that's fine. Lopsided means I have to, like, block. I have to choose the combat, and I'll just trade with stuff. She's also kind of a payoff at tier 3. If you have more than 30 health, give this 10 extra attack, and it's got breakthrough. So she's going to smash for 20. Assuming you've stayed healthy. And yeah, Primal Surge is a big payoff for life gain too. Especially considering the free spell is huge. So we would need to find spell heavy life gain. Spell heavy for sure, life gain is nice. To go with this. Now there was another tool I found, which I don't think has been updated. I don't think it works with the newest decks. So this tool scans your collection. This is my collection, and it's got a deck score here. So if I sort by deck score, what it gives the limited solitude collection an 80. So it's my like 32nd best deck, where this thinks it's my best deck. So we're seeing how people just writing little algorithms to evaluate a deck is flawed. But one cool feature of this spreadsheet is you can, in theory, it's got a little tool to find the best pairing for your deck. So I put the limited solitude collection up here. I did this before I went live, and it just scanned all of my other half decks from the other factions. You can't do 2 Yutera, and then gives a combined score for both. So in theory, this is already looking for synergies. But problem being, this just has blank for a lot of my deck scores. So I think this is like 6 months old, and anything from the new set is just not working. You're playing through the tutorial now. It's unlocking memories you haven't thought of in 10 years. Nice. Yeah, purple seems like a good pairing because purple does life gain. It does drain. And it can certainly have a lot of spells too. Blue can have a lot of spells as well. White or whatever you call these guys. The robot guys. Okay, well, let's look at the one that it likes. It likes the Champs of Cheating Sorcery. The Champs of Cheating Sorcery. So we don't care about this stuff because we're going to be using Dark Forge Drain. You pick one of your two to actually be a leader. You don't get both. Might be rated lower because Dark Forge Drain is just by level 1. Does it get better if it's on level 2? I know you can get Dark Forge Drain in the middle as well. So this has zombie synergy. Destroy another creatures to destroy an enemy creature at the same level. I don't think the green half had expendable, like, sackable stuff. The green half didn't have anything that was like generating wisps, I don't think. Did it? Maybe I should be browsing this like a website so it's a little easier. I like the interface in game a lot better though. That's true. When it's a later Dark Forge Drain, is just going to be bigger because the game has passed longer. But it scales just by coming later. No, it doesn't really go wide at all. I guess it's got this guy. He's combat. So he's actually reasonable sized. Yeah, so the sack synergy is not working. I do like this guy. This guy's great. Activate to upgrade card in your discard pile. Deploy Upgrade a card in your discard pile. So he does a lot of free upgrading. And his gold version gives you actual free card plays. Necromantic Stitcher. Choose another level 1 creature in your banished pile. Replace up to one of your minions with the chosen creature. See that, like, bringing back the Mantis and getting another use of the Mantis is kind of sick. So the Necrotic Stitcher could potentially let me have like 4 Mantises in a round. Great a game. Problem is, like, we're not getting that many minions. Replace one of your minions. The green half doesn't make any minions. This guy makes a minion himself, but that's a little too late. She gets you a free spellcast. When you play her, you take 5 damage to your face, and you can play a level 1 spell for free. So as long as you're playing a spell, you kind of just get to put a 3/2 out for free for 5 health. But yeah, there's no minions up there. There's an Infernal Ritual can make minions. And a Zereswill can make minions. If you gain health, this is free. Alright, this might actually be a good combo. That guy summoning a token on death does help the next one. Like if you like turn 3 do the level 1 of that guy, and then you get lucky, you do the shuffle and you pick up Necrotic Stitcher for turn 1, the 4th turn 1 of phase 2. This guy's the minion from this one will be there. It does have second free spell. It has a Spite Maiden to make sure you're casting a lot of spells. This is the Disian Siphon is life gain. You may destroy one of your creatures to play a level 1 card for free. So there's not a lot of sackable guys, though. I guess the Mantis is something I could sack to this stuff, but like if we've played the Mantis, job's done. Well, I guess we played the Mantis 4 times in a game. We get to use Darkforge Drain 4 times. Maybe we should just play a game with this. It looks like it has potential. Let's fuse it. That was Champs of Cheating Sorcery, I think. The Champs of Cheating Sorcery and limited something. Limited Solitude Collection. Alright, so this is the deck that the AI recommends I play. We'll call it Robot.deck. What were the other hero powers? We are going to get to reuse the other ones, too. Oh, you were hoping for a summon on the champ, yeah. Alright, let's play a game with this. Find an opponent. It can take a while to find an opponent in this game. I'm worried I'm just sleeping on some really good decks. It'll take a while to find an opponent. I don't know if there's enough spells in that combo. Because I've only got 5 spells in my deck total. Still, if Darkforge Drain is giving out +8/+8, that's huge. What other pairs does it suggest? This is the second one it likes. So more spells. Oh no, this is Soulbind, not spells. Sacrifice Chamber is an Exalt, which isn't going to get banished. So it lives on the board, it doesn't get banished. That's not good with Dark Forge Drain. But this one only has one actual spell. There's no way that's actually good. It's just getting carried by these cards being good, I think. There's a little bit of life gain. Maybe that's what it's thinking is a nice combo. But that first Necro deck has a lot of life gain too, so it makes the Glowhive Siren pretty good. Which I think is key that I might have screwed up before. Like the last tournament like this I played, I think I played my Krogius deck. I'm kind of being all in on trying to get a Krogius out. Like, sure, you do win most of the time if you cast Krogius 3, but you have to make it there. Like, a lot of the decks are absurdly good and will kill you before you ever make it there. Hantu's pretty sick. When another one of your creatures is destroyed, reanimate that creature in the lane unless the enemy player takes 3 damage. Essentially, your opponent just has to keep taking 3 damage, 5 damage, 7 damage. He's pretty sick. Which one makes the charged? It's my Soulbind. The hero that's got the Soulbind? Oh, the muzzle, one of these. The no? Who summons the zombie? Oh, Yorick does. You may play Potent Zombie. You may play Charge Zombie. Deploy, you may play Charge Zombie. And Slay, you may play Charge Zombie. You can sack the zombie to get a buff. If you're redeploying it and it's already out, you can... York's text changes to give something +3 attack or +5 attack. And redeploy it, so you might put it in a different lane. But yeah, that seems a lot worse. I don't know what this number is. Does anyone know what this number means? Is that the experience? Because I've played the deck. Or is that some sort of score as well? Is that like a first party? Because this is first party. This is Stoneblade's site. Is that a first party quality score? This is the big problem with this game. You sit in the queue for a long time. Even 3 hours before the tournament, when in theory people would want to get some practice games in. Don't think that existed when you last played? Yeah. But yeah, I don't like that this website just blanks out half my decks. Which does make me wonder if that other site is blanking them out too. Oh, we got a game. Okay, well, we drew the Mantis right away. I guess that's fine, because we don't really... We kind of want to play the Mantis in its second phase anyways, once we've gotten a few spells off. We do have Spite Maiden for free Druid's Chant. So if we do Mantis, it would be +2/+2. No, we're going to leave the Mantis in the deck, I think. It's level 1. What does the Mantis do? Up to 2 of your creatures are at +8. The higher tiers, I mean. Give one of your creatures +10/+10 and all creature types. But we're going to Spite Maiden buff. And I think we're going to play one of these two. You may destroy another one of your creatures to destroy an enemy creature of the same level. Well, I mean, I don't really want to do that on the Spite Maiden I've just buffed. I think we'll just drop the Raptor. And then if he drops like a 2/2 to try to just kill my 6/2, then we can +3/+3 it. But if he does that, we can just buff the Spite Maiden ourselves. Product Stitcher. Yeah, it's going to be really rare that I actually have a minion for this guy. Oh, they have the Siren. We can blank our text box. And then if they have a life gain, it won't actually hit it. Keep it as a 4/8. The enemy player may take 3 damage. If they don't, you may play a spell for free. Can't let you play a spell for free. Okay, so 7/2. Whatever I play there is going to trade. Could knock a health off of that. I guess we could just buff this guy. Pretty good use of my 2/4. These two are going to end up just trading almost certainly anyway, so the buff's not that relevant. There's my Glow Hive. When the double upgrade guy. We'd probably do Glow Hive and double upgrade guy. We could have done Combat Bartok to get an even bigger thing, but I think the double upgrade is going to be reasonably good. Oh, thanks for volunteering to play against me, Skuro, but I did find an opponent. But I don't think playing games is necessarily going to be the most efficient use of my time. If we settle on a deck, then maybe. Oh, he's got a Mantis too. Okay, we don't want to upgrade our Mantis. We upgrade the Dryad and the Reaver. Is there a reason to upgrade this guy? Not really, because I want to be pulling level 1s either. Ideally, anyway. Let's do the Reaver. The Reaver upgrade is actually pretty solid against a Wisp army anyway. You're installing anyway, just in case. You can play in the tournament. You might win some cash. Or a bunch of in-game currency if you don't want to NFT your deck. Nasty. Just glow hive alive. If you gained health, this is free. We've got the glow hive and we got the mantis. How many banished spells do I got? Just one. Yeah, I don't think this deck is it. Just one spell. Like, I don't think the half deck is it. I think it's only having 2 spells to go with it is pretty detrimental. We do have the Spirit Maiden, but we already, this is already free. We did get the Spirit Reaver. We just get to nuke all the wisps if I want. Oh, he was supposed to upgrade spells. So they're banished. So that's a beast. These are spirits. It's a mage. Well, I think I probably want to do Glowhive Siren and Mantis anyway. It is going to be +4/+4. It has to +4/+4 itself, though. It's kind of a waste. I guess I don't Mantis. I guess we do Spirit Reaver here. Well, that's not going to be enough to kill this, though. I'm assuming he's killing the zombie. You -3 that. Interesting. Yeah, dude. Plays a Mantis instead. Nope, undoes. +6 health and strike its opposing creature. Okay. We could Spirit Reaver. So this is fine. He left that. We could Spirit Reaver trade with this and negative health beasts. Are you a beast? You are a beast. So then both of these will die. You're not a beast. This is a beast, but that thing goes out of the way, so that's good. Yeah, so I think Spirit Reaver, negative health beast. And we can save our hero power for hopefully more spells being exiled. Stuck with a glow hive still. We destroy one of your creatures to play a level 1 card for free. Got no minions for that dude again. I do have the Dryad, though, to get this thing buffed. To make you do the tutorial? Oof. Get tutored. Save my Dark Forge Drain for the last turn this round. We can make that thing lose text again. And then buff this with our Dark Forge Drain. Yeah, good chance we're going to Druid's Chant and then Dark Forge Drain. Buff this big enough to kill that. No gain for you. I do have the luxury of being the last to act this time too, so we know if the buff is going to land correctly or not. Okay, so this is going to be 1, 2, and then 3. +6/+6, so it needs both buffs. That's fine. I'm winning both the other fights. You want to take that out? It's going to be able to get bigger next turn. I mean, this deck does just throw some gigantic numbers onto the board. Hey, man, what's this? SOLFORGE. It's a card game. A bit of a niche card game. You can't deny that this deck threw some giant numbers out here. If one of your creatures 10/10, if you gain 10. If you have more than 30 health, play up to 1 Oak Father. What's his thing? The strike. Well, now Primal Surge is free. I could wait on that, though. I don't have to do it now. If 2 of your creatures 8 armor. GG. Massive numbers got him. Oh, it's an activate now. I don't know what I made her lose. Nope, it doesn't even show it. See, this is the kind of board you could actually make a comeback with if I had that Dark Shaper Savant or whatever it's called, the destroy all of your opponent's creatures thing. He GG'd, and not only is he still playing, but he's hitting he's hitting undo. Smash. If more than 30 else, get this at extra 10 attack. You lose your text. He played the glow I fired siren 3 times, and I stripped his text box away all 3 times before his second activation that turn. Maybe this deck is just like got good cards. It's not perfectly synergizing. Yeah, maybe the cards are just strong enough that we don't need to be the best Darkforge Drain Mantis deck. We could just be a Darkforge Drain Mantis deck. All right, that victory is brought to you by today's sponsor, HelloFresh. HelloFresh. We grab my info sheet. Plans change and life gets busy. That's why HelloFresh lets you easily customize your delivery from week to week. Mix and match lifestyle options to suit your needs, like fit and wholesome, family friendly, quick and easy, vegetarian, and more. And everything can be tailored to your schedule by adjusting your delivery date and even skipping a week when you're not able to cook at home. As the seasons change, so do the seasonal menus, which highlight peak ingredients and flavors of every season. You can click my link or use my code to get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 breakfast item per box while subscription is active if you're in the US. The link and code are valid in all countries and the respective local discount will apply. HelloFresh. Get yours today. Seriously, like, it does help me out a ton too. If you've seen HelloFresh before and you never pulled the trigger, it helps me out a lot. If you wanna finally pull the trigger and give it a shot. Do you have any purple decks with the Reanimator in? You feel like resurrecting things from the Exopod would be key for winning with Darkforge Drain, since it's only level 1. Yeah, the resurrection on the Mantis does kind of feel like particularly spicy. And maybe this deck, maybe that half of this deck is not correct. Yeah, this half of the deck, mediocre, decent. That's actually kind of good. It lets me banish spells I didn't actually get a chance to play. So yeah, that's pretty good. The Stitcher is pretty good, but not enough minions. Like, it's good in theory, but like I don't like the moons would have to align for that to actually be any good. The Maiden is really good. That guy was fine. And then the free spell was nice. This free spell. This I don't really have a sack outlet to make it free. So what's that guy called? Necrotic Stitcher. Did I search in the spreadsheet? Control F, Necrotic Stitcher. So that this column has a list of all of the spells. Necrotic Slime. It's not Necrotic Stitcher. But I only have the one Necrotic Stitcher. Types of cheating sorcery. The green deck feels really strong. Maybe we could actually find a better use for the Mantis. Maybe pairing the green deck with a better Forgeborn and just a better half deck, because the green deck. What's that one called? The Initiating. Limited Solitude collection. Maybe the Dark Forge Drain kind of blinded to me to how strong the rest of the cards were. Maybe it's much more of a Glowhive Siren deck. Oh, Necrotic was the tag. So I might have a different Stitcher, gotcha. Stitch. ECH. Nah, it's just one Stitcher. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick, but yeah, maybe this is much more of a Glowhive Siren. And the Leyline Vermin did some good work there. Riot was fine. Respell was good. Maybe like a shambling heavy deck would be better. I'll be right back. Air. Okay, I think I remembered. I have a hero power that was like destroy everything in a lane. I think it was on one of my Necreum decks. So let's go through the Necreum decks kind of one at a time and see like if we're turbo reusing the hero power. I guess reusing it once isn't fine. All non-Necreum -2/-2. Destroy one of creatures, give another one 8/8. Those are bad. Resurrect one of your enemies is interesting. I think that one's on the bug list. If you grave rob somebody and then replace it, it goes to your graveyard instead of theirs. They can't resurrect it again. And you will get a game loss if you abuse any of the bugs on the list, including that one. Destroy up to one of your exalts to destroy an enemy creature of the same level. Interesting. That guy actually seems pretty strong. My other half doesn't have any exalts, though. What if you play a level 1 card, give up to one creature -1/-1, 3/3, -5, -5. This guy's decent, like, because it stays level 1 card, so it could really fix some bad draws near the end. This guy's fine, but nothing special. When this is destroyed, deal 3 damage to the enemy player. Gain 3. That's a bit of life gain. We do need to be looking for life gain. Deploy -2/-2 to the opposing creature. It's not bad. Shambling Maw. If the next creature an enemy player plays -2/-2. When one of your creatures is destroyed. Yeah, shambling. This is shambling. When one of your creatures is destroyed, deal 1 damage to the enemy player and you gain a life. It's decent life gain synergy. It's a small amount of life gain, so it's not going to buff the attack very much, but it will trigger that free spell. He's tiny though. 1/4, 1/5, 3/7. I'm not feeling this one. Play the Ruthless Wanderer. Destroy up to one of your creatures to give an enemy -3/-3. Transform Ruthless Wanderer, otherwise play Ruthless Army. What's the Ruthless Wanderer? 1/5. When another one of your non-minion creatures is destroyed before combat, you may play a mindless zombie minion in its lane. Activate if you have 3 or more minions in play, transform. When this is transformed, give your minions +3. The green deck is not minion focused. So yeah, that one's not good synergy. Destroy creature to get it to play level 1 creature, play level 1 creature. Sacky thing. What is the upgrading? Oh, is this the one? Is this the deck? This is the one we just played a game with. Phantom deck. A Forgeborn. If you play Dispel this turn, deal 4 damage. Or Forgeborn. Cross faction thing. This guy's normally a red card. If you play Dispel this turn, deal 4 damage to a creature or player. That's kind of strong. As an activate. Nuke's a minion. Nuke's a thing lower level than him. Absolutely gigantic. Tiny, medium, gigantic. Play a spell, give an enemy creature -1. This half has some spell synergies. And a little bit of life gain. Owl of Zith. Give one of your creatures stealth. Give your spirits +2/+2. Nom nom nom. Smoke a guy and make a minion. Slightly. Not smoke. -3/-3 is not smoking a guy. You have 4 damage gain. Meh, I don't think I like it. It's so hard to evaluate these freaking cards. With these decks, rather. Fiend is interesting. He reanimates if you have the Forge. Whenever I've played with them, I always draw them when I don't have my Forge. Lots of spells. Searchie's Call would be nice in a spell heavy deck. A Dreadbolt is good. Reanimate a creature. If you have a scientist, reanimate 2. That could be another trigger. Reanimating the level 1 Mantis is an option with this. And it would probably be like +20 at the end of the game. Destroy one of your creatures, give any creature -8/-8. The green deck does not want me to destroy my own creatures. Necrovive, though. Each player destroys one of their creatures. And the spell becomes free if they have more at level 2 and is just free at level 3. Oh, it's each enemy player, not each... Oh! This deck might be pretty good. The Injured Rhyming Sorcery Spiders. Is this one of the ones that wasn't assessed? No, it got marked as a 77. Necrovive seems really good. Do I have any other Necrovives? This is my only Necrovive. I don't imagine the green deck has a scientist. This dude's a scientist. We'd only have one scientist. But that would be a heck of a Hail Mary. I don't know. Playing Ghastly Renewal without... Yeah, Ghastly Renewal... Getting this leveled up without actually having any scientists means we're going to be playing a pretty crappy spell. Just at the hope of getting the combo off. This half itself does have some sackables, though. This guy's super sackable. There's another payoff for having something sacked. Mark it as a favorite. The Necrovive does seem really good. Which deck was that? I mean, it's so hard to even know where I'm at. Like, I have 2 Color of Souls. This is my other Color of Souls, I think. This guy's kind of nice. too. But I'm pretty sure I had a hero power that was just smoke a lane. Choose a lane, destroy all cards in the chosen lane. Alright, that's tier 4 though. I was thinking that might be a good one to use repeatedly, but tier 4 it's not thinking about. Because when I've lost to these tournaments before, really there's some sick exalts. That are kind of worth taking out. And I think Exalt Destruction is super rare. Well, yeah, I don't think that's actually a good pick. Shambling. And a vampiric. Ooh, and River of Souls. Remove an energy count from this to play a mindless zombie, but at level 2, remove an energy. It gets 2 energy counters, and then you remove an energy to reanimate a level 1 creature. If there are no energy counters left, you destroy it. So at tier 2, we could, in theory, do the hero power, Dark Forge Drain, River of Souls back the Mantis twice, and the Mantis itself. So like this could give us 4 Dark Forge Drains so freaking fast, but it's only got 2 spells. I'd have 5 spells in my deck where I get +2/+2 for every spell I've played. It's a good spell. Freaking Dreadbolt. Oh, I guess the River of Souls counts too. So round 1, we do play the River of Souls, get a zombie, and then like this goes away and becomes banished. So this would count too. I think this is marked as one of my stronger decks too. The Leather West Ladies. $82 here. Was it in the other thing? Yeah, it's my best deck according to this evaluator. The Leather West Ladies. River of Souls plus Shambling, River of Souls plus Vampiric combo. It's so freaking hard to evaluate. This thing is insane. 813 at level 2? That is huge. It's bigger than this guy's level 3. It has no text. Like, it'll never be standing in an exalted lane. I guess if I reanimate it. It's just huge. 3/5's bad. And this deals damage to any player, play up to a mindless zombie minion. Stealth and that at poke and we get an extra dude. It's still a minion at tier 2 though. 3/3. We've got Predators good. It's another stealth, but it kills something when it sneaks through. When this guy dies, he pings an enemy creature. Shambler. River of Souls does seem really strong. Like it's kind of 2 cards in 1. I guess it's a tier down though. Like 2 3/3s is kind of fine. I guess the problem with River of Souls at first is they can ignore the 3/3. I guess no, you block. I get to just put a 3/3 in front of something and then make the other 3/3. And then if we're reanimating the Mantis, it's going to be a lot of stats. But if we're just reanimating anything twice, that's kind of fine. I think I want to play a game with that. Leather West Ladies and the limited whatever. In theory, we cast 4 Dark Forge Strains. 8-hand opening a jar. Left hand's stronger with my frozen shoulder. Pop. Oh. It's nice to be useful. Alright, how much time do I have still? Like an hour and a half? We didn't even look at a single red deck or white deck. SOLFORGE Fusion is absurdly hard. Let's see if we can find an opponent. If you get through the tutorials and you want to play Skuro, feel free to queue up. You don't need to, though. I'll find an opponent here. I have plenty of other stuff to look at while I'm waiting here. My best red deck is Nova Elementalist. Nova Elementalist is insanely broken. Deploy Rumble Spark. And then it's got pings. But Rumble Spark energy is your creatures in this lane are elementals. Are also elementals. So it makes your elemental synergies a little stronger. But the big thing is when one of your elementals deals damage to the enemy player, transform this and put it into an empty lane. And it transforms into a 4/8. When you play a spell, give it +4 attack, so an 8/8 fairly easily. And if this would be destroyed, transform it and put it into one of your lanes without an Exalt. So when they kill it, it just goes back into this form. And you just put a shambling thing here. And the shambling thing will damage your enemy player when any of your creatures dies. So you can reanimate it so freaking easily. I might have actually turned this into an NFT already. I think this might be what I played in the last tournament. But I don't think my supporting cards were quite up to snuff. You got put in a game with someone else? Oh, they must have matchmaking. You did just do the tutorial, so maybe you're back to being like flagged as a fresh account. Arrogant is an interesting tag. It's an 8-1, an 11-2, and then a 16-3. Has an attack buff if it's lower level, so that's kind of a bad card. Best case scenario, it's trading and doing a small buff. It's often trading. It's probably trading up. Venerable seems to mean does not get better at tier 3. 9-7, 9-7, 6-6. It's also aggressive. That might be why he stays small. Slay, give another one of creatures to attack. Deploy if there's nothing in front of it. 2-2, so that's an anti-synergy. Deal 2 damage to creatures adjacent to this and give them 2 attack. Thundersoar. When this is dealt damage, give it that much attack. Breakthrough. I guess that's good with the Necroth Commander. You can smack the Thunderstore. Turn it into a 4-10. 4-10's pretty good. 0-12, not so much. 4-10? 4-10's pretty good. Activate, deal 1 damage to a creature. Slay, deal 1 damage to the enemy player. So kind of a way to activate the Rumble Spark. I think that's a problem with my Rumble Spark, though. I don't really have very good ways to activate it. This is a bad deck, but it's apparently my third best deck with 7 spell synergies. We'll know we found an opponent when the music cuts out. Wow, Arrogant's such a bad tag for this. When you play a spell, give this +1/+1. And Arrogant is the giant attack, no health. You would want the opposite. It's just like anything's going to be able to kill it in combat. And it's going to kill anything in combat. And the +1/+1s are not going to change that ever. So that deck's bad. Got 84 thing. Whatever thing is. Apparently my blue really does suck here. 98th percentile. The Breakers of the Drunken Universe. Play Gizmo, give the next creature played +2/+2. That's not bad. Fox, Metamind Paragon must be the reason why the score's high. Deploy, play the Central Conductor. Activate, give each of your creatures in the lane with an Exalt to attack. Central Conductor has... When this has 2 Exalts adjacent to it, transform this and put an energy counter on it. Remove an energy counter from this to play an Exalt for free. It's a long quest to get a free Exalt down. But I guess it's on the back of a 2/5. I guess it's a 4/5, essentially, because it's going to activate and buff itself. At the very least. Like one other Exalt in this deck. Upgrade a level 1 card in your hand, then discard it. Destroy this to give creatures... Give your creature in this lane 6 attack. I was going to say it's 6 armor. It'd suck if it was buffing both of us. But it sucks because it's a one-time use thing, and this wants you to leave it. Terribly anti-synergistic. I just browse my decks in here. Yeah, this says I have 98. Maybe it's counting like the starter decks or the phantom decks or something that the client's not counting. Let's work our way down. Dark Rhino Advocate. Cersei's Call. Red Bolt Om Nom. They're pretty good. Arrogant Summoner. If you played a spell this turn, play a mindless zombie minion. This was one of the first decks I owned, I think. Trouble finding an opponent. Deploy. Give this +1/+1 for each spell in your banish zone. Give one of your creatures +3 and breakthrough. Activate, give your dinosaurs aggressive. Aggressive Thundersaur, not a combo. Yeah, these are my oldest decks. I think they're sorted here in the order that I acquired them. While we're waiting for the opponent, let's go over the sponsor stuff. HelloFresh is a A wonderful new way to get your groceries. They ship you food directly to your door in pre-portioned amounts with recipe cards, so you have exactly what you need for the meals that you choose. You get a weekly delivery. It really streamlines the whole cooking process. Like it's really great for discovering new recipes or getting into cooking if you haven't yet been cooking. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and HelloFresh agrees. In fact, they're giving all subscribers free breakfast for life. That means you'll enjoy a totally free breakfast item with every single HelloFresh delivery. Now that's important. Click my link or use my code and get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 breakfast item per box while subscription is active. If you're in the U.S., while your subscription is active, if you're in the U.S., the link and code are valid in all countries, and the respective local discount will apply. We found an opponent. Same guy we played earlier. I guess we're in the same matchmaking band. I probably want the Grim Goblin Predator as my second play. It's delayed a little so we can't see it coming. Maybe we drop Shambler? Leyline Vermin as second play might actually be good. But yeah, let's go Predator first play. And then we might Shamble, we might Leyline. That's not going to work out great for him. Shamble. Shamble, so we can hopefully trigger a life gain and get like that spell for free. The next turn. Oh, we had an aggressive one. The aggressive one could have smoked this. Mantis, that'll do nothing. Took up my Predator. This is kind of crappy. This is making me not like this deck, how bad this draw is. A lot of suboptimal things. I guess Gravecoller's going to be fun here. Whatever I play is just going to trade with this. And I don't want to eat the 7 damage either. Guess I want to level up the Roar, even though it's not going to save my other guy. Is a white board. Bartok into Dryad. Yeah, that seems good. Big old Dryad down. Oh, I might just Dreadbolt that, actually. No, we'll be able to take it out. The underdrawn character next turn. Getting this down as a 6/7 is good. Life drain source or life gain source. That was a really bad draw, though. I don't know if I want to play this deck. Oops, Self. What the hell was that play? Did he play? Stone Skin. If one of your creatures 5 attack, it battles up to one enemy creature. Dryad and Shambler seems fine. I want the Dryad to block this, so I have to play out of order here. Not a big deal, though. I don't think I'm playing this deck in the tournament, though. Like, I'm at my Forge power and I have no managed spells. I think I'm giving up on this. I like my Spirit deck more than this, I think. I do find it tough to figure out what your opponent has done. Chant. Give your creatures 3 attack. If you have a dinosaur play, give one of your creatures breakthrough. Okay, so he buffed them. Life to the base. If I had a deck named HelloFresh, what would be in it? Life Gate for sure. A balanced giant is the backbone of a healthy life. There's the River of Souls. A little late to the party though. Off tier. We'll be playing 2 of our 2-drops, I think. Yeah, this can block this, or we can Predator. So maybe we just drop the Predator. I still don't have a spell in my banish pile. They've got a mantis. More little dudes. Well, there, because we're getting through to his face. We'll take 7. No free spell for you. This guy just gets to eat that guy. Well, we didn't even draw a spell, so our hero power doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't like that deck at all. I mean, we won, but I don't know if like we're probably gonna face stiffer competition at the tournament that we just did. And 2 hours into the stream, I've got about an hour to actually make my choice here. This is what I used in the last tournament, January 18th tournament. Oh, this was sealed. This was a sealed deck, though. So this was just you get 4 decks and pick 2 of them to play with. Not that it was strong. Broken Exalts. This might be the one I used in the last constructed tournament. So I was trying to use my Nova Elementalist and my my Runescar Pit. Runescar Pit's broken too. You put the Exalt in a lane. It's like an enchantment that stays in the lane for the rest of the game. And you play a Zombie Brute in the lane when you deploy it. But when you play your higher level Runescar Pits, you put another Zombie Brute down in that lane. So like you get a 6/6, which is perfectly fine, and then you get two 6/6s, which is perfectly fine, and then you get three 6/6s, which is perfectly fine. Like, in fact, above average. I would say a 6/6 is slightly above average at each tier. So it just makes an insane amount of zombies. In the tournament before this one, I played against somebody who had two Runescar Pits. They had a color shifted one. So the red Runescar Pit and a black Runescar Pit. Sealed, in my opinion, is the best way to play this game. I love Sealed. Because it gets rid of this problem that I'm having, like trying to pick two decks out of 100. When you just open 4, it just narrows the decision making down. It's really good. Ooh, lunchtime. Thank you very much. Beef and veggies on rice. Korean beef. I think I should probably just play my Spirit Bomb deck. This deck does feel strong. This guy's poopy. I thought he might be good. Give your other creatures in the back row 2 attack. And he's a defender, so he just always stays back there, but it's just too minor of a buff to actually end up being good. It has armor, so it's kind of nice to play if it's going to kill the thing in the lane. Armor things are annoying to deal with. I like this guy, though. Decently sized with life gain. It's another spirit. It's a little below rate. How does armor work? It blocks 2 damage every time it gets hit. The first 2 damage don't apply every single time it gets hit. Or is it in a turn? It might be in a turn. I realize now I don't know. I know it refreshes on the next turn. You won your game, Skuro? Nice. It took a while. Trying to learn how to play again, yeah. Hopefully you didn't annoy your opponent with the slow turns. You do get a very generous turn timer in this game. But you kind of need it. Like, there's a lot of decision making in this game. This guy's super strong too. Like, that's a lot of stats he throws out. 5/5, 9/9, 14/14 worth of stats. But just being able to buff it. +2/+2 when you play him, +2/+2 when he dies. So you're getting like just above the threshold you need to be in a bunch of fights. And I do have sacrifice synergies. We can eat him with Blight Witch, destroy another one of your creatures to play a spell for free. So the tiny body actually has extra value. Well, this deck can go insane with like play a Blight Witch first action of the game. You tear a Forebearer, buff it up to a 5/7. Activate her, sack that, buff her up to a 7/9, and then you play a spell off the Forebearer, off the sack. So you get a 7/9 plus a spell on turn 1. That's pretty nuts. 5-8, yeah. Right. Right, I did the math wrong. So a 7-10. You need a 7-10 split on turn 1. So it is kind of nice to play the deck that can just do the insane Hail Mary. Like, I don't know if anyone else can have a better turn 1 than that. And then the spells in this deck. Botanibate, absolutely absurd. Dendrify, not good in that scenario. We don't want to turn our 7-10 into an 8-8. But good in general. Nature's Progression is huge to hit off of that combo. Because you buff it even more and you get to upgrade another creature in your hand. And you're progressing towards a spell that turns free at the end. Predatory Strike actually would work good with the combo. You just get to eat their dude. You get an extra 5 health back on your guy. Dreadbolt, obviously great with that combo. Infernal Ritual, pretty bad with it. Restless Dead, actually insane with it too. You can reanimate the Uteran guy. Or just take it 6/6. You can also just make a brute. I think I'm just playing Spirit Bomb. And then it also has 2 exalts. And the Chair Shrine is good. 4 armor as a deploy bonus, and then activate for extra armor with the condition of you need spirits in your banish pile. But this deck is already doing spirits. For other reasons. So like it's a really good exalt. And Lycian Shard's pretty bad. It's a 2 energy thing. Use an energy to give 2 attack and breakthrough if the level matches the card. You can't just use the level 1/1 to break through one of your endgame guys. But that could win the game. That's definitely a finishing move if you have leveled it up kind of in the free spell chains. Especially with all the other ways to buff stuff. That turn 1 play actually giving your 7-10 an extra +2 in breakthrough. 9-10 breakthrough. That's gonna probably break through for some damage, and then the following turn you get to put it up to 11 whatever with another breakthrough hit. And the pup gives us another thing to sack to the spell lady. So if we do have the Blight Witch out and we need sacrifice fodder, then the Stegos Dinosaur Tamer works pretty good there. You play the Stegos, you sack half of the card, you get a free spell. We have 2 good sack fodders for 1 good thing that wants sacks. Is there a tool to rate your completed decks? There are a couple websites, like this one's really scary. You have to give it a script access to your Google account. But this pulls all your decks in and has all that data, but it's even broken apparently. I just didn't rate some of my decks. And I think you have to manually put fused decks in, but it can kind of rate them. It has this tool where actually, yeah, what if I did what are these? The Uncles of Squishing Veils. What would it pair with the Uncles of Squishing Veils? I'll churn away here. I think it's churning away. don't know if it updated. Let's see the other one. The Reigning Shambler Flock. Oh, there we go. It did change now. The Reigning Shambler Flock is one of the top picks for it. Not the top pick, though. What if we do pick the Reigning Shambler Flock? Get paired the other way. We'll know the script's done when this Necrium word changes to the right color. You just noticed the mastery track? I have 51 things to claim. What's in the mystery chest? A soulbind potion. I think that converts a phantom deck into a real one. That's a pretty good claim. Yeah, I don't really know how the free-to-play grind of this game works. Like you've seen, because I haven't claimed them either. That's just for the PvE. I can claim some phantom decks too, maybe. Maybe there's a really good phantom deck waiting. I've avoided clicking those because I don't... Like, they're on a time limit, so I don't want to just activate them and ignore it, and then have it fade away before I've even looked at the deck. But I think I'm going to play my Spirit Bomb decks. It has one of the best turn ones I've ever seen. Another Soulboy pot. But it also has one of the best, like, gold cards I've ever seen in blowing up your opponent's board. But what really appeals to me about this guy about the spirit, the Caller of Souls. If you have 3 or more spirits in your banished pile, destroy this to destroy all enemy creatures. What I really like about that is if somebody is playing an absolutely absurd deck, this card you can just not care. Like, oh, you played a Krogius, you somehow got like a 40/40. Like I always have just this trump card. There's also this achievement track too, which apparently is going to have some crypto prizes. Like the people who do the most achievements on the leaderboard. I've played 10 PvP games and got some points there. Got 253 achievement points. PvP XP earned. I'm 19th in PvP XP earned. I could actually make that top 10 pretty easy if I just put a little more time in. Resets in 3 hours. Oh, it's a daily thing. I was gonna say, how come the best is only at 7? It's a daily leaderboard by default. I'm now loading the season one. That's just overall. I don't play much of the PvE. Click my HelloFresh link. Let's see what HelloFresh has to offer here. do some browsing. Now browse without signing up. I think I can. Menu. This is the American stuff. You might not be able to get these ones in Canada. You've got pre-made ones too. If you don't like cooking, they do actually have pre-made options. Just microwave them and you're good to go. Pork sausage spaghetti bolognese. There's a whole lot in there I can't eat. They do have an allergen sections though. If your allergies aren't as deep as mine, you can avoid things. They give you the tools you need to avoid what you're not allowed to eat. Best recipe of 2022. Mushroom flatbreads with Gouda cream cheese sauce and Parmesan. Wall of Fame. I bet you Mrs. Page would love it. Yes, we love our simple cheese pizza with red sauce, but tonight, moreover marinara. There's a new sauce in town. Crispy flatbreads are slattered with a rich, creamy Gouda mustard sauce. We just can't get enough of it. We top that off with a pile of caramelized onions and earthy cremini mushrooms. Shower with Parmesan, and that's it. Simple, satisfying, and all in 30 minutes. A dinner idea you can't pass up. Man, I wish I found this stuff before. I had such a weird restrictive diet. Low FODMAP is rough. Low FODMAP is kind of ignored in North America too. You get a lot of like gluten-free fad things people are jumping on that don't actually help people with like celiacs, because cross-contamination is so bad for them. But I guess in Australia, they're the best for actual FODMAP stuff. You can go to a restaurant and they'll have FODMAP friendly like indicated for some options quite often. Just like around here, you get the gluten-free option. Find something that I could eat. Go for the challenge here. Honey sriracha pork fillet. Oh, honey is a forbidden sweetener. Vevede steak and creamy horseradish sauce. I might be able to have that. The broccoli is not valid though. I'm not allowed broccoli. Worth noting too, there is an upcharge on the fancy stuff. When I was looking before and I saw like duck and steak, I was like, wow. That's a great deal for such a big steak. It's like, no, there's an upcharge. Once you're logged in, they do charge you like an extra $4 for a steak like that. Which is still good for a steak like that. The duck wasn't available that week either. I don't know what the upcharge would have been for the duck. Chicken katsu. Ooh, this one I might be able to eat. Rosemary fig pork fillet. Fig jam cooked down with rosemary and butter makes a rich sweet sauce that perfectly complements juicy seared then roasted pork fillet. Pair that with earthy roasted sweet potatoes, red onions, and sauteed kale for a healthy and colorful plate. A perfect dinner for a night in. Oh, I thought that said date night. It does sound like a good dinner for date night. If you're tempted by that, you can check out HelloFresh with my link. If you click my link and use my code, you can get 10 free meals plus breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active if you're in the US. The link and code are valid in all countries, and the respective local discount will apply. HelloFresh has more options to support your wellness journey than ever before. Dig into the biggest menu yet with over 50 plus dinner options and even more market items that suit any healthy lifestyle. Plus, start your day right this school year with free breakfast for life. Get one free breakfast item per box while your subscription remains active. Oh, speaking of remaining active, the tournament's going to be active in 45 minutes. I've got to make it my choice. We did not go as deep here as I hoped I would. I think we're just going to play the spirit deck. It feels really strong from two different angles. Let's do a battle with the spirit bomb deck. Get a practice game in. I think this is the one I'm going to play. Probably leaving a hidden gem there somewhere in my collection. One blind spot I think I have is the power of just like an overwhelming push. You can absolutely win this game on like turn 4. But I think I always evaluate my cards on their like long-term value. But I've definitely lost the rush deck. There's one red card that you can play for free. It's just like do 4 damage to the opponent, and you can play for free if you take 4 damage yourself. And that goes up to like 8 and 12 or whatever as it levels up. So you pair that with an aggressive strategy, you can actually get kills super fast, like before anyone has a chance of playing a gold card. If I do want to play this deck, I do have to NFTify it. Which ones do I have NFT'd already? So the ones that say unlock, I have NFT'd. Lynn's Juggling Dancers, which I think is my Krogius deck. Yeah, so the first tournament I did my Krogius deck. It was a 1-1, and then a 0-15, Genji spell. And then a freaking 30-30 breakthrough. Enemy spells and ability cannot affect this. So I guess even my Soul Color, I said it could stop a Krogius. It's not target, it says effect. Like, you just win if you Krogius people. And I have that paired with an absurdly good hero power. I think this one. Yeah, the level 2 ability. So you're doing this when you can play level 3s. No, you're doing it when you can play level 2s. Yeah, this is not the right one. What is this one? Oh, this is the Runescar Pit one. This is the one I played in the second tournament. We need to find my other Necrium NFT-defied deck. Pausing Thirsty Exarchs. This is the one that goes with the Krogius. Yeah, by level 3. So this is the one you play when you can play gold cards. Upgrade up to 2 cards in your discard pile, then return one of them to your hand. And what that means is, even if you haven't managed to upgrade your Krogius at all, you can like draw level 1 Krogius when you're at the first turn of gold cards being played. Play level 1 Krogius. It goes to your discard pile. The level 2 version goes to your discard pile. Level 1 is in play. And then your next activation, you pick up your Krogius. Your level 2 Krogius, you pick it up and upgrade it. Then you have level 3 Krogius in your hand and you just play it. So you literally, like, as soon as you draw your Krogius, it is level 3. Period. With this. And the deck also has some turbo leveling cards. It had the Abyssal Necromancer to activate to upgrade a card in your discard pile. So I do have ways to actually upgrade the Krogius too. It was a fun deck, but I think it lacked in the rest of the supporting things. A little bit of a one-trick pony. Or the deck I'm trying to queue with and play here, the Spirit Bomb deck. It has a similar just win level 3 card. But I think it's got a stronger early game. You remember Soul Harvester from the early days? I don't remember them. It's hard. Now that I've played enough of this, it's hard to remember keep straight what the old ones did. I do kind of wish I was just playing the old SOLFORGE though. I like the traditional card game model a lot more. A traditional card game would just like ban cards when they get overpowered. Where they kind of have a mechanism for stopping overpowered stuff here, but not really. But when this tournament here, you can only join with unranked or bronze decks. If you top 8 this tournament, your decks turn silver. The top 2, I think they turn gold. So, like, you only get to win one of these tournaments with a deck. And your decks, oh, we got an opponent. Your deck's tier is like the higher of your 2 half decks. So you gold them both, but then if you can't just like play half of it, it'd call it bronze again. Okay, we got an opponent. Didn't get a great draw here necessarily. I guess the 3/8's fine. And then, like, if you play in Worlds, you have to play with a gold deck. So you actually have to level your deck up in another event. They kind of make it both a feature and a way to keep you from just trouncing new people at F&M. Just happened. Plays Lightning Tamer. And Flame Jet. There's the card I was talking about. Won't let me mouse over his Flame Jet. Just Flame Jet. Did he undo playing the Flame Jet? He undid playing the Flame Jet. Interesting. We didn't get our life gain, because we don't have a spirit in the banished pile yet. When these die, they'll go to the banished pile. Yeah, so this is the kind of deck that's just going to wreck me in the tournament, unfortunately. The Defender, when you play a spell, deal 2 damage to the enemy player and drain 2. Pretty damn good with Flame Jet. It goes 5 damage, 7 damage, 9 damage. Wow, it's even better than I thought. Oh, honestly, I lose to like these guys, and it just makes me not want to even play this game anymore. Like just getting crushed by the really good players. Ugh. Ugh. I'd like to Predator Strike that, but I don't think there's any way to ever do that. Get killed. Like, we're so far behind, I just have to, like, ignore that, and it's gonna do so much to me. What do I want to upgrade? The Dreadbolt, maybe? Actually, maybe the predatory attack. Because then it lets me swipe twice when it's upgrade. It's quite a bit stronger after one upgrade. Yeah, this is the exact experience I was talking about, where you get crushed by somebody and you can't just, like, also play their deck. Like, hello. Oh, cookies. No, thanks. Ooh, check that out. Miss Page did some baking. Thank you very much. These look great. Let's see.
It's the first time making cookies. A little cook, but they're
Yeah. Especially when they're not wheat. The fake wheat, it's hard to tell when they're done.
Yeah.
Mmm. Tasty. Made my opponent wait a little bit there. Oops. But cookies are important. But we're falling way behind here. Okay, Botanimate for this guy is actually kind of nice. boy. Now you want cookies? Wow, he's got a Rumble Spark energy too. My honest hope for the tournament is there's like only one of these guys and I can do reasonably well. Like I could just lose to this guy and still do fine in the tournament. Absolutely absurd. Like I think I could play this guy 100 times and never beat him. It honestly makes me not even want to play the tournament. But it's free, and I don't need to win it to profit. Maybe his deck might be gold too, so we might not even be able to play that deck. It is just like I've had that experience like half of the times when I stream SOLFORGE, and it honestly makes me want to throw in the towel and just give up on the game. It's SOLFORGE Fusion is what Yu-Gi-Oh anime makes you want to believe Yu-Gi-Oh is, or like the Pokemon anime. Like you can, like there's some legendary, ridiculously strong guy from the other continent who's just destroying everyone in the tournament. Where in those card games, like that's not true. We're all on the same power level. We all have 4 copies of Pikachu. Like. But SOLFORGE Fusion actually does feel like how do you beat that guy? Such a small player base and such gigantic whales. It does make for an unpalatable long-term experience, which is why sealed deck is so good. It just flattens the playing field. Yeah, you can't do sealed decks in client. Just they were doing tournaments. In January, they did free sealed deck tournaments every week. But they capped it at 16 people. It was bullshit. So, like, I played in the first one. I didn't fastest finger sign up fast enough for the second one. I played in the third one because I was on a wait list. So I got first access to the third one. And then I just didn't even bother trying the fourth one. Actually, no, I think I missed the fourth one, too. I think it filled up. Like, why did they limit it to 60 people? I guess because they're giving decks away to everybody. Them gatekeeping the sealed so hard sucks. But that tournament series is continuing. It's a $5 fee, though. And it's still kept at 20 people. Like, capping the tournaments makes no sense to me at all. It's like, you want to be careful not to grow your community too much now. That doesn't make any sense. Like, stores cap tournaments because they only have so many chairs. Yeah, you get to keep your sealed decks too. Why don't they just do Phantom Sealed? They have in the past. I don't know why they didn't. Honestly, I think the sealed deck is just like handed off to some member of the community who's running it. I don't think it's the company doing it. That experience does make me want to not pay the entry fee, though, and just play one of my other 2 decks that are already NFT'd. Just play my Krogius deck instead. I'm pretty sure this one's better, but like, it's clearly not better enough to beat that guy. Oh yeah, me too. Like Magic Online does sealed deck where you have to pay an entry fee, and people play the heck out of that. I wish they would do that here too. They've done like temporary events over Christmas. They did, I think, where you could do phantom queues online. Like every time you joined, you didn't get new phantom decks, but you could only play in this queue with a phantom deck. And when you won the queue, your deck went real. So you couldn't do another one of these phantom queues with it. So it wasn't quite sealed deck, but it was close. You could only play with phantom decks. But you could also just jam with the same phantom deck over and over until you actually make it a locked in forever deck. I think I'm gonna wrap the stream up here, though. I got a half hour till the tournament starts, so I'm gonna prep for that. Possibly mint this deck. I don't know if it's worth the cost. It costs 0.02 Sol. It says approximately $4 and 2 tokens, 2 SFG tokens, and they're around $2 each too, I think. So it's like $12 to get both half decks done. Maybe I should just play my Croakius deck. Am I not streaming the tournament? No, because I don't want my hand leaked. I could stream with a delay. I could go live again with a delay. If you want that. But I mean, we have 14 people here while I'm live. I don't know. The SOLFORGE stuff has never been that popular. And it does seem like I would lose quite a bit of expected value by letting my opponent see my hand. But I could stream with a delay if you want. Up to me, you just figured you get to watch? Yeah. I was honestly hoping if I went live, I'd get some SOLFORGE veterans helping out here, but we just have the regulars. SOLFORGE veterans from the past, not the people who know how to currently play well. Like, I was honestly hoping somebody would pop in and go, "Oh, don't use that spreadsheet. This is the up-to-date one." All right, I am gonna call it here though, and we'll. I gotta decide what deck I'm gonna play, and if I'll stream it or not. I'll probably be live again. I think my brother he works on this game as well as one of his friends, and I know they like watching me play. It's also been really useful. Like they fixed a bug that I encountered in one of the last tournaments I played in. Largely because just having my stream to watch exactly what happened is so useful and not a thing they normally get. So yeah, I'll probably stream with a delay. So we'll be back in half an hour. Wrap it up for here, and one last HelloFresh shout out on the way out the door. You can click my link or use my code. I get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 breakfast item per box while your subscription is active if you're in the US. And the link and code are valid in all countries, and the respective local discounts will apply. Helps me out a ton. If you do want to give HelloFresh a shot, it's new subscribers only, and it counts as a conversion as soon as you pay. So like you sign up, you put your credit card info in. They don't charge you until they're actually shipping the box. So you get to pick which meals you want, and then once your first box ships, you'll get paid, and you can cancel at that point. It still counts as a conversion for me. But you might end up loving it and want to keep going. And your 10 free meals are spread out over your first few boxes, so you get a discount that gets slightly less each week you do keep it. But it's a really good deal for the first week. It's worth giving a shot, and it helps me out a ton. And they're confident up in their product. They're even though it's such a great deal on the first week, they're confident you'll stick around and be a lifelong customer. I'll be right back, everyone. After a quick break here, we'll be back tournament ready and some cash.